let me ask you this, because I know that no kid come out of childhood without any scars. All of us come out of childhood, and we have some scars or childhood trauma that we deal with. And the reason why is because, a parent's perspective and a child's perspective is totally different. Like a parent could be doing all of the things that they feel like is absolutely necessary for their child in order to provide them the best life or put them in the best situation or position that they possibly can. And the kid doesn't always see it that way, right?
That's true.
So I can speak on my particular situation. I remember when it was a time where I was just changing. I had to change schools, and with changing schools, that the urgency. I had to change schools because we were moving. Right. So we had to move at a certain point of time. Like anybody, you packing up, you got to move or whatever. But before I moved, the kids, everybody in the classroom was going to throw me a popcorn party. And so because we had to go ahead and leave, I wasn't able to go to school that last day because, we had to move. So I never got a chance to go to the popcorn party. I was so sad. I was so upset. I was just distraught that I didn't get to go to that popcorn party, and that actually really did something to me. And then the fact that those were my friends, I had to leave my friends, I had to go to another school and develop new friends. And what parents don't understand, imagine how it feels that when you first go on a new job as an adult, and you first go on a new job, and you got all of these new people around you, and you got to build these relationships, and how nervous you are. Imagine being a kid, and it's thousands or hundreds or how many other kids at this school don't know anybody, and you got to walk through these hallways by yourself as a kid. Like, and you don't know anybody. Like, you already did that once at your one school, but then you got to turn around. You already did that once at your one school, but then you got to turn around and do it again as your new school. That could be traumatizing, right? So then with that, it actually causes a certain level of trauma. And I remember there was a time, and there was other things, we ain't gonna get into all that because they ain't none of these people business. But all at the same time, every kid deals with something. So I know there has been times where we have actually sat down and had conversations of certain things that I experienced as a child, where you could say, hey, you know what? Let me explain this to you and why it was the way that it actually was, just to give you a little bit of comfort and a little bit more clarity so you can walk yourself through it. And with that, I will say, you being open to sit down and have those conversations with me, let me put it all out there, even though you might be thinking, oh, I was just trying to do everything right. You know what I'm saying? And how did that hurt you? I was just trying to make the best possible situation for you. How did that hurt you? If you allow me to do that, I actually was able to put myself, because you kind of went back to when you were a kid and how things made you feel, right. So you can understand me. It made me put myself in your shoes when I got a certain age. Like, I was like, dang, if I was this age that my mama was when she had these two girls and she was doing it by herself, I probably would have dropped these kids off at the fire department because I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
no, it was too much. It was too much love. It was too much love for both of you.
Exactly.
I was like, to the fire department.
I probably wouldn't even be able to do that, right? So how was it? How did you initially feel when any one of your kids kind of like approached you with, because I know every parent, especially a mother, want to be the best mother in the world. So how did it make you feel whenever we approached you and said that it was something that happened in our childhood that we had an issue with, when during that time you was trying to do the best that you possibly can? How did that make you feel as a mother?
Okay, well, nothing that you or your sister ever brought to me about y'all past that I judged. Okay, I wanted to, first and foremost, I wanted to listen. I wanted to listen and find out how it made you feel. Then I took myself from that situation and really and truly tried to understand what you were saying. So nothing was too great or nothing was too small that I couldn't understand. Even with the popcorn party, people that's listening to you might say, "Oh, no, she did not." Talking about a popcorn party, you know. But I understood how that could make you feel, and I knew that I could not make that up to you. I can't make that time up. I can't make that moment up. I can't make that space up. I cannot ever do that. But what I can do is just assure you that I know how you, I understand how you feel. You have a right to feel the way you feel. And nobody should tell you you should feel differently. Okay? That's first and foremost. I never wanted nobody to tell me or you, and I never wanted to tell you guys how you should feel.